Greetings to the YouTube family. It's your boy Demus, the Yardman, aka Young Kim the First. So very exciting times in boxing. We just had Charlo become the undisputed super welterweight, junior middleweight, however you want to term it, 154-pound division champion. Now holds all four of the major sanctioning body belts. That's the IBF, the WBA, WBO, and the WBC Super Championship belts. And now we have another African American fighter by the name of Devin the Dream Haney, daring to be great now as he puts his WBC belt on the line against George Kambosos Jr.'s WBA, WBO, and IBF championship belts over in Australia. And boy, I cannot wait for this one. Devin the Dream Haney is full of I like George Kambosos too. Let me just put that one out there. I know a lot of people think I'm coming on here to hate on George. I like him. I didn't know much of him before. I knew he sparred Pacquiao and all that stuff, but I never really watched any of his fights up until this Teofimo Lopez one. And he had some skills. And after he beat Teo, I watched him, watched a couple of his fights, and he's nice, you know. Up until the antics he was playing after he beat Teo, you know, I liked his personality, you know. I like how he talked, how he carried himself and whatnot. Cool guy. Now that I've gotten that out the way, I think Devin is going to put a boxing clinic on this guy. I don't see what George Kambosos Jr. has that could really trouble Devin. You see, the issue, people are misjudging George Kambosos with that Teofimo fight. Because Teo made a fool of himself, if we're going to call a spade a shovel. Teo went in there, completely underestimated him, and just threw one punch the whole night. Just tried to hit him with the straight right, the whole night. And you can't do that on this elite level. You know? No, I'm not saying if he had a better game plan, he would have beaten George Kambosos, but it would have been a much different fight. You know? So with that, once again, with all of that being said, I think I just don't see what George Kambosos can do to offset Devin Haney. Devin Haney is long, he's rangy, he can move, he has defense, he does not get hit that often, and he throws more than one punch in a fight. He throws every punch in a fight. You'll see him throw hooks, left and right uppercuts, straight lefts with the jab, to the body, head, changes levels, straight rights, overhand lefts. He does it all. So there's a more variety in his toolbox, and he's slicker. Like, he just doesn't get hit. Teofimo Lopez is like a wrecking ball. He just goes forward and swings that left hook straight right. If he catches you, good night. If he doesn't, well, what happened to him the night of George Kambosos will happen. You know, he can't fight like that against a Devin Haney. Teo wouldn't fight like that against Tank. He definitely wouldn't fight like that against Shakur Stevenson. So Teo really dropped the ball on this one, man, and it's a shame because I like Teo. Apart from the bag of excuses, you know, and he does talk a lot of, you know, caca, but I like Teo. You know, he's a confident dude from Brooklyn, nice guy. But Devin, we're gonna see how he does on this one. My only fear for this fight, and this is speculation because nobody knows what's gonna happen. We don't know who the judges are, but I'm scared that they're gonna, if it goes to the decision, which it most likely will, because Devin doesn't have, like, he's not known for knockouts, nor is George Kambosos. I just don't want them to have a bad calling, which we see way too frequently in the sport of boxing. You know, but Devin is chasing greatness in the 135-pound division. He said he wants to unify, become undisputed, and then move up. So let's see if that is what he does. June 5th, it's going to be a great fight. When you look at the styles, because, like I said, George Kambosos Jr. is no joke. He's not a one-trick pony. He's not a one-dimensional fighter. He has footwork. He has grit. He showed that he has a chin. He showed that he can get up and compose himself. He throws all punches perfect. It's not like Canelo per se, where you say, you know, Canelo is good at most things, but he has no footwork and he doesn't throw a lot of punch. Like, George Kambosos is the package, man. He can punch, he can move, he can slip, he has defense, offense. Like, there's nothing that he's bad at. But on the flip side, I don't see what he's particularly great at, more than his grit and mentality, which is a big thing. But Devin has that too. So we're gonna see how this works out for Devin Haney. If I had to put money on it, I'm definitely putting it on Devin Haney. It's gonna be interesting. It's going to be amazing. Great year for boxing. We have Charlo go undisputed. Devin Haney is gonna try and do the same thing. Unfortunately, Canelo wanted to become undisputed at the 175 division, but he fell short against Bivol. And if you're not beating Bivol, I don't see how you're gonna beat. Not that Bivol is worse than Better Beef or Joe Smith, but their styles are way more, relentless. Bivol could have stopped Canelo if he really didn't want to, just show his skills. Because Better Beef isn't gonna do that. Back up. Better Beef gonna stay on. And Joe Smith Jr., well, he can crack too. So it's gonna be interesting, man. Interesting times. Devin the Dream Haney chasing greatness. Once again, it's your boy, Young Kim the First, Demus the Yardman, whichever you prefer. Call me Pretty Boy if you like. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitch, Demus the Yardman. Peace, love, and blessings in abundance to all.